Welcome, my friend. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are Wednesday, 14th of August 2019. Remind you, this webinar is not meant to be a financial advice. This is only an education presentation. Please consider term and condition before you continue, saying when you receive in this recording. As well, thank God for another end to my life and pray His blessings today. In Jesus' name, Amen. All right, my friends. Start a new day, and see what happened last night. Unfortunately, some news that's why I was checking this one. Maybe that one spike up the market. All the yen crosses completely turn around, which is not sort of kind of a major, um, yeah. So, but just part of trading, I guess. All right. So, on the news side, we do have Australia Wedge Price Index, and then the CPI at 6:30, and then a lot of news for the euro and the pound, so that might be a bit hard. And nothing. Crude oil inventories is every Wednesday. Normally it is there. Okay, so let's look this one now. Like look that um, normally when you see in the stock market, one thing that I normally happen is that when the market is going down like that, the yen is getting very strong. So that's why we see the last run of the yen that has happened. And so now, we thought that was a beautiful ABC setup, ready to go short. And so now we have an ABC on the way up. So any eyes to, you know, going long over there would be quite interesting. All right, so let's look at the dollar first before we jump into anything else. And yeah, that's what the dollar we see. So we got a break, we got a pullback, and this one here actually it could be a retracement, isn't it? So here was nothing clear, but today we are clear. The US. What is interesting is that on the index meter, the US is in a number 7 here, and the US has been 3-4 days flat, so it did not recognize that move, and that's it. So right over there is yeah, sort of nice opportunity today. So if that is the case, so we have to see what is the weakest. So I guess USDM would be the one, US Swiss, Euro US, and yeah, so the Australian is as strong as you see here, Canadian is as strong, New Zealand is as strong, and that's why maybe the US hasn't have that there. But definitely this is a nice continuation market. You know, they could be affecting the market. And we look in the 4 hours. Yesterday we were saying this has to go one way or another. So I think now we know which way it goes. So it's been a whole week, so no going nowhere. And right now we can see that we do have that the move from there. All right, let's review a little bit from here and see what have. So the yen is definitely one today, the one on the weak side, and again, like I said, this is a sort of kind of trend indicator that doesn't show up. So if we follow the list that we have here, Australian yen, I want to see what the Australian yen it does to me today, and that was a nice ABC to go short. So and then the market just respond and now completely different, and that's what I mean. The breakout is quite interesting on the Donchen when we try to trade there. So the question here is just too big. The question there is that that what a strategy we possess over there. So can we call that the strategy number one, as we have this move? Do we have any sort of support over there? Can be that's a nice support. All right, so this could be the another strategy number two. Sorry, so that could be we can be in the strategy number two, where we have a daily breakout, because when we look in the line chart of here, we can draw a line like that, and but we only need 2 weeks, so that line could be yeah, anywhere from here to there. So okay, so that would be the Australian yen. So we'll look at Australia, which has still on his trend up. So Aussie yen would be definitely today. Now how to do here, I guess, as it is just the top of day, but just would be the break of that line. That's all we can see in there. So such a huge. Sometimes actually I'm away from these candles when I see, and because sometimes like you see that which one was the New Zealand, how in Australia how beautiful breakdown and everything come back. So yeah. All right, Canadian yen. Yep. So looking here, sort of kind of interesting line that market possible is observing. Not much to do with that. And here we do have the week of that. Last week it was rejecting. So that's an interesting day today. Okay, so there it is. Canadian yen, and definitely is and 1,000 pip level. So it's another level that normally affects the market. I can see clear. And there we are. So the 1,000 pip level has been working for quite some time on the Canadian yen, and that could be nice opportunity today to see that. So all on the break, I guess this will be set up. So hopefully we'll have the webinar time to do the 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 chats like this one. Yeah, the company has asked me to continue doing the chats. Yes, of course, look in this one, and maybe we can just flick it between the 4 hours, see what the that thing it is, and the 1 hour. So for an entry, so that's what we're gonna do according to what we see over there. And I think that would be, because at the end of the day, this is technical analysis. I know that this one eliminate technical analysis, but we need to follow the instructions just to look, sort of kind of professional. So New Zealand yen, just following there. So as you see here, we still don't have any sort of kind of signal, but and here is different story. We are now about the midpoint as we looking over here, and that for me, when it's above or below, is quite good. So let me open as well the other one so we can run the thing here. So no. No. This thing is now is empty here. Okay. Need another chart. Did I want you here? Oh, you're still going to the side. You there. Okay. So this is the weekly, this is the daily, and this is the 4 hours. So we got the pound Canadian, which is now is all over the place here. So there we are. Now, if, for example, we do have our there and we have a signal today to trade, so this is when we can sort of kind of, see are we above or below the midpoint line, and that would be strategy number one. So when we come over here, yeah, it's about put the trigger, and then we would be break even and that trade. If we got that strategy number two on a very clear path. So now even the day before it was showing us below that there, but I'm not too sure whether whatever index meter was telling me. But nothing for sure is that here we do have the trade, and we can say, yeah, the market is reacting from those levels. When we see there and we are maybe at the beginning of that bar, because this one will be the real close of the move. And whether it's that day or this day, we can see that actually the 4 hours has leave the the move over there. Now, the reason I say that this one, because we're gonna be facing a lot of sort of candles like this one, which is it's not cloning right place, which is that it can tell us that we we should go short, and maybe for sure the index meter would tell us over there that we should be looking to go short there because we are below there. So let's look for going short. Now, when we're looking and right over there, what strategy we have in the 1, 2, or 3? Do we have, the weekly candle close strength? No. Do we have the trend line breakout? No. Actually, here we got the strategy number 3, which is some kind of weekly candle close reversal. All right. Um, so therefore, I will not be waiting for that, but waiting for the next bar up. And now we got the strategy number 3. Now, the reason I want to run through these, because we're going to have moments like we have had this week, and yes, that's fine. We I don't have any issue with it, but you know, we don't want to be trading everywhere that we think it, we should without a proper data. I'm just concerning that whatever I show you, through this week, you have to be very wise that in the way that can be used in like a scalp in the market, that you have an account when you're only going to be looking the 4 hours and 1 hour, and then whatever the index meter say show long or short, then you scalp the market. Make sure that all the trailing stop and the break even and everything's in place, because when you trade in there short, because this is what it says to you, you're trading out of any sort of kind of system from here, as you see over there. So we don't have strike number 1, we don't have a strike number 2, we don't have a strike number 3. So what we only have is a price action trading right at the top of the market.